Welcome to Faith is the podcast.
Great to be here.
It's such a basic human thing, isn't it? Looking for something solid to put our trust in.
Absolutely. Like when things get turbulent, maybe a crisis hits, we instinctively search for safety.
Yeah, like bunkers, safe houses, Even just the idea of military presence can feel secure to some.
It's true. And think about how we trust other people, like doctors. We put our lives in their hands sometimes.
We really do. It kind of shows how much we need something or someone reliable, even if humans are, well, imperfect.
Right. And that perfectly leads us into our deep dive today.
Exactly. We're looking at this core idea of faith, placing our trust in God.
And the source material we're drawing from today is a YouTube video, actually.
Mm.
Let God take over your situation from Grace for Purpose prayers.
Yeah, and it frames this trust not as like a blind leap, but more like a response to God's track record, you could say.
You see it in those big biblical stories, don't you?
Totally. Noah and the flood, that's a huge one. Or the Israelites crossing the Red Sea.
These narratives paint a picture of a God who steps in, who delivers.
And the source highlights God's nature too, the Alpha and Omega.
The beginning and the end, yeah. The one who was, is, and is to come. It speaks to permanence, doesn't it?
It really does. Having authority over all creation, understanding that, well, that's kind of the foundation for trusting him, right?
Precisely. That power, that constancy. It makes the idea of placing trust there feel solid.
Okay, so the source mentions Proverbs 3.5 through 6 about not leaning on our own understanding. How does that, translate practically?
Well, it's about acknowledging our own limits.
Yeah.
The video suggests it's an active choice.
An active choice.
Yeah, choosing to rely on God's wisdom, which is, let's face it, way bigger than ours.
Yeah.
Even when things seem confusing or don't make immediate sense.
So it's a full commitment then, like with your whole heart.
Exactly. Believing his perspective is broader, ultimately aimed at good, even if we can't see the full picture right now.
That's interesting. And the source says this kind of trust brings peace.
A profound peace, yeah. Not just like feeling okay when things are good.
Right, not that fleeting kind of peace.
No, something deeper. A peace that the Bible says surpasses understanding. It lets you stay calm even when things are rough.
How does that work, though? Is it just about ignoring problems?
Not at all. It's more about knowing you're not shouldering everything alone. You rest in God's grace, even if you feel like you're messing up. That security eases the anxiety.
Okay, that makes sense. And it gets even more practical, doesn't it? The source links trust to physical well-being.
It does, yeah. Citing Proverbs again, health to your flesh and strength to your bones.
Wow. So trust brings courage.
Oh.
Boldness.
That's the idea. It builds resilience. The source uses this great analogy.
Oh, yeah.
Like plants. Without trust, we're like plants in a drought, vulnerable, withering when circumstances change.
Okay, I see that.
But with trust in God, we become like trees planted by water. Deep roots. Still vibrant, still fruitful, even in the dry seasons. That's from Jeremiah.
So the real heart of it, the takeaway,
Yeah.
it's about surrender.
I think so. Giving up that deep-seated need we have to be in control of everything.
And trusting his plans are better.
Trusting his plans are better, exactly. Which, when you think about it,
Yeah.
that connects directly to the gift of salvation through Jesus, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's all about providing a way for us to put our ultimate trust in a loving, capable God because we recognize we can't do it all ourselves.
That's a powerful connection. It really brings it full circle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before we wrap up, we want to say thank you to Business Referred for sponsoring Faith is the Podcast.
Yeah, thank you.
If you're interested in local business advertising, you can reach out to info@businessreferred.com.
Definitely check them out.
And thank you all for listening to Faith is the Podcast. Maybe take a moment today to consider where you're placing your trust.
And remember that invitation, always there, to trust in the God who never changes.